Ahoy crew! How are you doing? Is everything alright? Trump has certainly given us quite a ride. The market is bleeding, people are in panic, and investing in crypto seems scarier than ever. And yet, even in such chaos we still want to make some money, don't we? So, let's talk about whether it's even possible to make money in this kind of market, and how exactly we can do it. This is probably the best option for getting started in crypto, since the initial investment is either non-existent or minimal. Of course, you need some skills to work through testnets, but you can pick them up as you go. The main advantage is that the cost of mistakes is low, so it's at least worth trying. For beginners, here is a quick explanation. A testnet is a blockchain's test network designed for experimentation and debugging without using real assets. On a testnet, developers and users can test new features, smart contracts and transactions without the risk of losing real funds. To put it simply, think of a testnet as a flight simulator for pilots. It allows you to pull levers and press buttons in a safe environment without the fear of crashing. The main downside is that there are too many projects, and there is simply not enough time to cover them all. Figuring out which ones are worth the effort isn't easy. Even top-tier projects with strong investments don't necessarily guarantee a payout for testnet participants. If you are wondering why developers are willing to pay regular users for this, I am displaying a message from ChatGPT on the screen. It explains everything well, feel free to pause and read. By the way, on my Telegram channel, my crew and I work on various testnets. If this topic interests you, scan this QR code and subscribe. I personally select only the best projects and provide detailed step-by-step guides. Even absolute beginners can follow along. The only thing required is the willingness to learn. The second downside of farming testnets and airdrops is the uncertainty. We often have no idea when the airdrop will happen or how much we'll get paid for our efforts. The process can take anywhere from a few months to several years, so expecting quick returns within a couple of weeks is unrealistic. The best approach is to choose several projects and work on them patiently, constantly adding new ones and replacing the ones you've completed. This way, you'll create a steady flow, and after a while you'll start receiving rewards from a couple of projects every month. I won't bring up old testnets from years ago, because they paid out astronomical sums, and nowadays overall profitability has decreased. Instead, let's talk about Vana, a testnet that launched about 3 months ago. The tasks were simple. They had a clicker game and some basic on-chain activities. After 2 to 3 months of farming, spending roughly 10 minutes a day, the average payout was $50 to $100 per account. Sure, it's not life-changing money, but considering there was zero investments, the airdrop arrived fairly quickly, and the testnet could be easily done with up to 10 accounts, I'd say that's a solid result. Now, I'll tell you about a great airdrop I caught recently from the Valorous project. The time investment was minimal. I did just a couple of free transactions and forgot about it. Then, when I checked my wallet later, I saw that I was eligible for an airdrop of 1000 WAL tokens, which I sold for just under $500. Sounds amazing, right? I'd say it's fantastic. Unfortunately, airdrops this juicy don't happen very often, but that's no reason to ignore the testnet niche. In my opinion, ambassador programs are one of the best ways to receive a salary in crypto on a regular basis. But of course, you have to treat this activity almost like a regular job, because freeloaders are not welcome here, and the competition is very high. Now a little introduction. An ambassador program is a marketing strategy that projects use to attract users to promote their cryptocurrency or product. Ambassadors are engaged in organizing events, creating content, actively communicating with the community, and attracting new users. Crypto projects usually pay in their own tokens, meaning that if you're an ambassador for some shitcoin, your salary will be paid in that same shitcoin. Sure, you can dump the tokens right away, but the team doesn't care what the exchange rate is at the moment you get paid. I used to work with ambassador programs myself, but over time I completely stopped. Simply because while there is money there, the time and effort required are too much. Even outside of crypto with my knowledge, I can earn more. Of course, if you are a student, in school, or just fed up with your current job, you should definitely try participating in ambassador programs. But here, it's equally important to be able to choose solid amps. Some projects, usually the best ones, require you to first go through a kind of internship period, which will not be paid and may last for several months. Others will pay mere pennies for a large volume of work. In general, just like in real life. I would love to provide a list of quality ambassador programs here, but since I haven't been active in this space for a while, I can only point you to the last project I worked with, a DEX on the Town blockchain, Stone.fi. The link to the program will be in the description. I wouldn't say I worked too hard. I wrote a couple of guides and a few small promotional posts, and I received about 10 Stone, which at that time was around $180. I consider this a fair price for the effort. Moreover, I could have earned more if I had worked harder. You can start your journey with this ambassador program to test the waters and see if you can do this kind of work at all. And if you like it, start actively networking in the chat, because most people work in multiple amps at the same time. If they see that you are engaged, they might invite you to other, more promising programs. Just keep in mind that in this field, creating content, writing guides, and attracting new users are highly valued. Also, having your own blog or at least well-developed social media accounts is practically a must. Of course, you can start without all of this, but if your goal is to make money from ambassador programs, then you'll have to think about building a blog. The final option I know is working directly in the crypto industry, either for a blogger or for a crypto project. Finding such opportunities isn't exactly easy, but it's definitely possible. However, whether they will be interesting for you is another question. The most popular job in this space is chat moderation. The salary varies greatly depending on the project, but I think it's realistic to find a position paying up to $100 per week for moderating a Discord community. Your responsibilities will include deleting spam, helping new members, and posting news updates and promo campaigns. Many people land these jobs through ambassador programs. So, if you're interested in this type of work, it makes sense to start there. But again, competition is high, and most projects either hire people they already know or those who are the most active. Another way to find such positions is on Twitter. If you consistently run a crypto-related account, companies might start reaching out to you with offers in your DMs. However, be careful. 90% of offers on today's X are scams. So, never download unknown files or connect your main wallet to any suspicious site. That said, there are legitimate employers, but you need to filter the offers carefully. By the way, I share quick insights and market alpha on Twitter before they hit my videos. Follow me to stay ahead. Maybe you'll even get inspired and start running your own crypto-themed page. As always, link in the description. The second option is working for a blogger. And honestly, there are a lot of well-paying opportunities, but of course you need skills. No one will just give away money for nothing. For example, I personally need content creators. I'd like to find a few authors for Medium, so I can streamline article production. I also wouldn't mind having someone for my Telegram channel to create detailed testnet guides. Sure, I can do all of this myself, but the workload is huge, and I'd like to offload some tasks. So, if you can take on any of these responsibilities, DM me on Telegram. We'll discuss terms and payment. But please, don't reach out just out of curiosity. First, check my posts on Medium and Telegram. If you can't create content at least close to that level, then there is no point in wasting each other's time. Obviously, these aren't all possible options. I know there is a method where you short tokens at listing, and I even dabbled in it myself. However, in my opinion, it's not a reliable way to make money consistently. Anyway, I've given you some food for thought. Drop a comment on which earning approach for a bear market stood out to you the most, or at least hit the like button and subscribe. Who knows, maybe that's exactly what the market needs for a reversal. And for a smooth crypto trading experience, I recommend signing up on BinX, one of the most user-friendly and fastest-growing exchanges, with the incredibly low fees and exciting staking rates on meme coins. The platform has been operating since 2018 and has already established itself as a reliable player in the market. So, here's the best part. Just for signing up, you can get $30, plus enjoy lower trading fees on spot and futures markets. You can find the link in the description of the video, or simply download the app and enter my referral code capcrypto. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Good luck, crew, and full speed ahead to profits. See ya!